Guys, so I debated about doing this as a recorded video or as a live, but I decided, what the heck, why not do it as a live? I hear my son coming in the door, so that's a perfect time to start a live. And also, I've noticed that, let me try to adjust my lighting here on YouTube. My lighting is awful. And we are also live on Facebook because I thought, you know what, why don't we do this on Facebook too? I think it's a great opportunity for us to get to know each other better. And I won't lie, holy man, that lighting is weird on YouTube. There we go. When I get lost in the rabbit hole of YouTube, I always seem to end up on the story time videos. Oh, God, guys, I seriously don't even know. Whatever. No light behind us on YouTube. That was just too weird. That's where I always get lost. I fall into the rabbit hole of story time. I love everybody's stories, and I thought, one, really weird stuff happens to me. Like, really weird stuff happens to me. And I thought, you know what a great opportunity to get to know each other better. So today's topic is my worst ever blind date setup. So in the comments, I would love to hear from you guys. What was your worst blind date ever? Now, in the storytime videos I see, they often assign fake names. Now, this is not a recent story. This is a story from about 20 years ago. So I'm not going to bother changing anybody's names for anybody's safety and or security. It's not a fresh story. So I'm gonna set up the timeline for you. My now 20-year-old son was under a year old. I was a young single mother, and I was attending college for aesthetics, and I was hanging out with one of the girls from college. Now, I will also sidebar this story by saying I do not blame my girlfriend for this. She didn't really know the guy all that well. So this is how it rolls out. She says to me, "Hey Dory, my boyfriend has a friend. Would you like to go out with him sometime? We would like to go on a double date." And I was like, "Oh, well, you know what, maybe I could do that." And she said this to me: "I don't know if you'll really like him, but I know that you're really his type." And I thought, well, you know what? I like boys who like me, right? We all like boys who like us. So I agreed that I would go on this blind date, and she sweetened the pot by saying we would go to my favorite bar for dancing. Like, she knows me, right? Like, how do you get Dory to agree to go out on a blind date? You offer to go to her favorite place. So we get to the bar. She's got her boyfriend. Friend arrives. And I will say immediately, I knew that she was right, and I was not attracted to him. Like, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. But that wasn't even really the weird, awkward part. We're out at the bar, and we're, kind of having a drink or two, and we're dancing, and he's telling me about himself, and he begins to explain to me, so awesome, guys, how he's in the midst of a divorce, he's lost his job, and he's moved home with his parents because, I already find him so attractive that this additional information will, speed along this awesome date. So it was really weird. It was really awkward throughout the whole evening. I thought I was really clear with my body language that I was not into him. I thought I was really, really clear about that. Coming later in the evening, he bought me a bar rose. You know how the guys go around and they sell the bar roses? And because I'm nice, and he bought me something, I gave him just a little kiss on the cheek. Like, just a little thank you for the flower, kiss on the cheek. We closed out the evening. I said goodbye to my girlfriend, and she was like, wow, did you ever not like him, Dory? And I said, "Oh, was it really obvious. And she said, well, no, not to anybody other than me, but I know you. Like, you did not make eye contact with him once throughout the evening. I could tell you're really not into him. So we left the evening, and I thought, again, very obvious that I was not interested in him. When she left, he immediately began to hound her for my phone number. Oh my goodness. I really liked Dory. We really hit it off. We had a really great time. I really would like to phone her. And being that my girlfriend knew that I wasn't into him, she said this, oh, well, I didn't get a chance to ask Dory if I could give her phone number, so you're going to have to wait until I see her at college on Tuesday. And then I will ask her permission, and if she says, then you may have her phone number. So this is when it starts to get really weird. Like, the date has already happened. It was terrible. But here's where it starts to get really weird. So I'm at college on the Tuesday, and I'm chatting with my girlfriend, and she's telling me how this guy, and we'll call him John because I won't lie, it's not a fake name for protection. I just don't remember his name. It was 20 years ago. So she's telling me how John would not stop talking about me all weekend, how awesome I was, what a great time we had, how he can't wait to go out with me again, and over again, how he could not believe that I kissed him. Like, I kissed him. It was magical. It was great. Give him a kiss on the cheek for the rose. Okay? So now here we are. It's Tuesday, and she's told him this is the day that he may or may not be able to get my phone number. He shows up at the college. He just shows up at my school. One of the girls says, hi, Dory, there's some guy here to talk to you. Because that's not awkward or weird or really super uncomfortable. And now he's taken the transit to come to the college, and he's expecting for me to drive him home now. He took the bus all the way down to meet me and hang out with me, and could I drive him home now? Now, thank God I was driving home my girlfriend, so it wasn't like a really weird just us in the car. But it gets better. So as we're... Oh, I don't even know if I could say it without laughing out loud. So as we're driving to his house, we're chit-chatting in the car, he's explaining to me about how excited he is to begin dating me, and he's very much looking forward to our next date, which he has decided will be a movie date this coming Friday. And I was trying to be very nice, but still very turn him down. And so I did what a lot of mums do, and I used my child as an excuse. Oh, well, you know what, that would be really lovely, but you know what, I have a small child at home. I can't just go out whenever I want to. You know, I need to be able to pre-plan childcare and make arrangements. And then he says, oh, no, I've got that all handled. My mom is going to babysit for you. My mom. I already asked her because I told her about you and how amazing you are and how excited I am. And when I asked to borrow her car to take you out on Friday, she offered to babysit for you. Wow. How very convenient. So we got to have a very fun conversation where I broke up with someone I never actually dated. I actually had to sit down with him and have a conversation and explain to him that perhaps now, being that he was in the middle of a divorce, without a job, living at home with his parents, was probably maybe not the best time to start a brand new relationship. And also I wasn't really interested in starting that kind of a relationship. So I'm curious to hear from you guys. What was your worst dating experience? I've had a few, And I think we'll break them up into separate stories and we'll giggle together. And I'll tell you guys stories of some really, really horrid dates I've had, or times that people tried to fix me up and it didn't work out. I think my best story about that is the time my mother tried to set me up on a date. And it looked kind of like this. My mom said, "Oh my goodness, Dory, I've met someone amazing and I would really love for you to meet him. He's my real estate agent. You guys have so much in common. I think you would really get along amazingly well." And I said, "Oh, tell me a little bit about him, Mom. What does he look like?" And she paused and she said, "Well," which, by the way, is not a good sign. You know, not a good sign. "Well, do you know how when babies are so homely that they're cute?" And I'm gonna say that's probably not a great selling point when you say, "You know what, how about you go with a guy who's so homely he's cute?" No thank you, mother. No thank you. So I'm going to sign off on our first ever story time. And I'm going to say, let me know what you guys would like to hear about on story time next. Would you like to hear about terrible breakups? Would you like to hear about bad first dates? Would you like to hear about frenemies? But it's story time. Let's get to know each other better and chit chat about some of the stuff that we don't normally talk about. Have an awesome day, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the first ever story time. If you are new to my YouTube channel, please take a moment to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. It was awesome to hang out with you guys and have a new angle of my kitchen. But if you noticed, there's still the lights, because it's not Dory's house without the lights. Have an awesome night, guys, and thanks for hanging out with me for story time.